farmer who has been farming his 320-acre patch of land for decades has come to the conclusion that he may need to switch his operation. All of his farming equipment is old, needs replaced, and is not doing the job economically. Thinking over all of the equipment he needs, he will spend at least $300,000 to $500,000 on equipment. He wants to become more environmentally friendly, so he needs the best equipment out there. He is going to need a large loan because annually his land only profits him around $50,000. Is it worth it for him to borrow and then spend the mass amounts of money to achieve maximum productivity on his land, or is it time that he switches his operation to something new? A family of 4 is tired of the big city life. They want to leave it all behind. Dad's a doctor, mom's a banker, and the kids have only been exposed to the suburban life. They load up and head out of New York City and find a small farm on the Dakotas. But being from the city, they have no idea what to do on a farm or how to do it in the most ecologically friendly way. Who can help? A wildlife hunter and his wife, a recreation enthusiast, moved to the Dakotas from California and buy a farm. The desire to make enough income to pay their land payments and property taxes each year. What can they do that will not cost too much money to get started? These 3 examples are all looking for the same solution. The prairie farm can be a model for all these scenarios and other producers along with consumers that are looking for alternative ways of making a healthy living off of prairie lands. The EcoSun Prairie Farm is one of the first of its kind. Located near Brookings, South Dakota, it is mainly intended to apply agriculture and ecological sustainability. The chunk of prairie land is small in size, but big in quality, a cool 640 acres of tall prairie grasses and CRP pasture. It has become what is today known of 5 years, beginning in 2008. The main focus of the farm is to restore the natural grasslands and wet meadows once found all over the Dakotas. Within this operation, there are many possibilities for income. The farm marketed 500 tons of prairie grass hay, 13,000 pounds of switchgrass seed, and hundreds of pounds of grass-fed beef in 2011. These products are in high demand for niche markets. Through conservation practices, the prairie farm's restored grasslands are producing many ecosystem goods and services, such as carbon storage in soil and clean water, along with animals like meadowlarks, dragonflies, chorus frogs, and tiger salamanders. People desiring to model the farm's practices are very diverse. Some are the farmers wanting to escape the constant climb of input prices, heavy reliance on chemicals, or roller coaster crop prices. Others are the non-traditional farmers, the class that seems to be growing tremendously. This is the start of something big, something that will soon be around the globe, starting from a small farm in rural South Dakota. Another example of farming ingenuity on my side of the state in western South Dakota is an operation called Wild Idea Buffalo Company. The mission of Wild Idea is to bring back the natural habitat in the majestic buffalo and other species to the prairie. By caring for the land and giving buffalo room to roam, the prairie is nurtured back to health. Grasses, forbs, and flowers flourish, providing a sustainable ecosystem for all creatures, great and small. The buffalo used in this process are all 100% grass-fed animals, living off the land as their ancestors did, with no antibiotics or hormones. The animals are humanely harvested using a unique modern process. The main benefit for this operation is selling a healthy, lean product that is in high demand. Both the EcoSun Prairie Farm and Wild Idea Buffalo Company use conservation practices that have developed over decades of study. These studies began in response to the Dust Bowl of the 1930s. Over 75 years ago, Congress established the Soil Conservation Service, now known as the NRCS, or the Natural Resource Conservation Service. It was the beginning of a federal commitment of conserving natural resources on private lands. Conservation practices vary from region to region, and even from farm to farm, and have evolved over the years. The main focus of the EcoSun Prairie Farm and the Wild Idea Buffalo Company centers on the ideas of programs like the Conservation Reserve Program. These 2 operations give us a glimpse into the future of conservation. Conservation has been a part of South Dakota and many other regions across the world for many years. Save today, conserve tomorrow. 75 years in conservation, 75 more years to come.